What's up, y'all? I'm back, and you know what time it is. Got another one. Last night, I just finished watching a movie called Bill and Ted's Face the Music, starring Keanu Reeves, of course, Alex Winter, Samara Weaving, and Bridget Lundy Payne. First of all, I went into this movie with the mindset that this wasn't going to be quite the blockbuster, if you may. I watched the trailer and I was like, yeah, I know it's not going to be a fantastic movie, but still, I would just like to see if they still got it. If they still have the spark that made the first two movies so popular. And so with that said, let's get into that review. Now, Bill and Ted's Face the Music doesn't really have to be explained because people are pretty much familiar with Bill and Ted. We know who they are. You've seen and a lot of people have seen this new trailer. It's kind of all over the place as far as social media. So I don't have to explain anything about it on that aspect, except for they have to make a song that saves the world, and they have their daughters in this movie. That's it. So, positives. Whew. See, the CGI was fairly decent, and I don't know if that's because I streamed it in 4K, or if they just had some top-notch CGI in this movie, and they really upped their game on that. I don't know which one it is, but it was pretty good, man. It was crisp. I enjoyed that. It was a far better situation than what they had going on in the 90s and the 80s. Without a doubt. I liked the beginning, or how it started off, how the movie started, because it's a comedy. So it was doing that job to make me laugh in the beginning of the movie. It did its job. I thought particularly the couples therapy scene was funny to me because they both went. When a couples therapy is only one couple, so I'm already wanting to laugh and shaking my head. They're supposed to be idiots, so they were just clueless about how that works. So that made me laugh. That made me laugh a little bit. You see the scene. And then they had a few more funny moments that led after that. All right. Well, that's all I have to say about the positives. We're easily transitioning into the negatives here. Saying that, after those few funny moments, things got drastic. Things got horrible. Horrible. The movie went this way and that way. They didn't know what they wanted to do. The people, they usually go back in time and they go through history and they meet all these great people, who did big things. The people that they met in here, they were great. They were greats. But they could have gotten some real actors to play these people. I'm not dissing the actors who actually stepped up to the plate, but I don't know who these people are. I don't know any of those people, and some of those people could be popular, maybe for a younger crowd. I'm not sure, but they're not familiar faces, and that hurt it a little bit. That hurt the experience. I want to see some familiar faces if you're gonna have these great monumental, historical people in the movie. All right, come on, man, throw some cameos in there. Besides Kid Cudi playing himself, it just also, man, look, after 29 years, not 25, 29, I don't know where they got 25 years from. This movie, for what it was, it didn't age well. The whole idea of them being, these two guys who are trying to form the rock group or trying to make their rock group work, and they're trying to, say just let them know who they are, and they're Wild Stallions. That's what my shirt says. They're Wild Stallions. I keep forgetting the name too. Preston and the other guy's name. Wild Stallion. It doesn't work now that they are as old as they are. And I'm not trying to diss Keanu or Alex, but it doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. It's weird. It's weird. And their daughters didn't make that much of an impression either. Keanu Reeves' daughter was dead on. Dead on. Whoever Bridget Lundy Payne, I never heard of her before. She's new to me. Samara Weaving, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. You could have stood out a little more than that. You used to do a good job with your acting. You were straight trash in this. Come on. It just didn't work, man. It just didn't work. It wasn't funny after a while. It wasn't funny. It turned into a pool of bad acting and corrupted plot. Corrupted plot. Honestly, the only thing that could have saved this if it were rated R. If this movie were rated R, that would have helped so much. At least I would have had an idea what to do with it if it was rated R. PG made it work back in the day, but it's not going to work with this type of movie now. It's not going to work to where people are going to still want to see it. Not going to work. Not going to work. Wow. No, it needed to be rated R. Please trust me on that. It disappointing. And I don't even think it's necessary. And I don't think I've ever given this, or maybe it's been a while that I've given this rating. But it's getting a hell no. Hell no. Trash. Garbage juice. It's the third installment of two other classics, and they failed miserably. They just didn't execute this right. In the right way, it was not executed properly. I'm a loss for words, man. This may be one of Keanu Reeves. I'm thinking. Now, it's not his worst movie, but it's second to. It's second to his worst movie. And that's very bad. That's very bad. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Oh, man. Still, it could have been saved. But they didn't go that route. And so you get what you get. All right. Like, share, subscribe. I don't recommend to go see this movie unless you're just bored. Alright. Unless you're just bored, don't go see this movie. And a lot of you might even need me to tell you that. So, you already know what it is, man. I'm out.